Hey everybody, Allison Gardner here. I want to ask you a question because I feel like questions introduce good thinking. And I want to ask you, when stuff comes up that you don't know what to do with it, do you ignore it? Do you bury it? Or do you just let it be? We are all going to face emotions in life that we don't know what to do with it. We are all unique individuals, all facing life in unique ways with different outcomes because we are all on different paths and live different lives. And because of that, stuff comes up. Stuff comes up for all of us. Stuff that's not going to bug somebody else at all might eat me alive inside. Just because I'm a different person, a different life circumstance, and with a different history. And I think that that's the case for all of us. And I had one such circumstance a couple weeks ago, and I have a really hard time not being okay. I function a lot in equations that if I can just do the right things or think the right things, that things will magically work out. And just all of a sudden I'll just, okay, insert better perspective here, insert one little action tweak there, and life is going to be better. And it's really hard for me because I'm discovering that that is not always the case. That is not, as my husband so brilliantly gave this advice, it's okay to struggle because good things come out of being uncomfortable and from struggling. And so I was in the middle of this struggle, and I didn't like that I was having a hard time with it. I didn't like that things were not working out and that I couldn't just adjust this attitude or accept this new thing and it would be fine. It was hard and it hurt. And it took me to prayer, and I was just kind of going, okay, Heavenly Father, what do I need to do? Because I had been ignoring it. Because I hadn't come up with a solution, I just buried it. I shoved it way down deep and tried to hide it, and so that it would miraculously go away. Because the silence was getting oppressive. But it wasn't my silence to break. And then see Sound of Silence video over there. And so I was just having such a hard time because there was nothing that I could do about it. There was nothing that I could do to fix it. And so I thought if I could just change my perspective or my attitude about it, it would be better, and it didn't work. And so I tried to ignore it, and I tried to push it aside and push it away. And the more that I pushed it away, the more that I tried to bury it down, the more negativity it accrued. It was just this ball of that was getting bigger because I wanted to ignore that it even existed. And so I was just trying to push it away and push it away and push it away. And I was praying, I'm like, Heavenly Father, why is this not shifting? Why is this not going away? Why can't I just be okay with this? And he said, Allison, why won't you admit it exists? And the conversation was, well, if you aren't teaching me how to get rid of it, then I just want to pretend it's not there. Because if I can't take care of it, if I can't just do something to make it change, I just would prefer to pretend it's not there. And he said, what is it? What's there? So I unpacked it. And I looked deep inside of myself, and I saw this shaft inside of me where I tried to shove all of these things, and I pulled it out. And I looked at what was at the heart of what was really bugging me. And it wasn't the silence. It was that I didn't feel good enough. and it wasn't all the other things that it, like a magnet, had drawn to it. It was, I felt like I wasn't worth anyone's time. It was that I felt powerless and meaningless. Did admitting all of those things make that magically go away? No. But when I unburied it and I unpacked it and I looked at it, I could accept that I was human and that I'm a human being. A human being with feelings and emotions and thoughts that, yes, I can direct, but I can't always control. And that a lot of what was going on was outside of my agency. But once I realized what was there, I didn't have to carry it around anymore. I didn't have to have it prod me and poke me and hurt me. I could just say, oh, so I feel pointless right now, or I feel this right now, or I feel this right now. And I literally felt myself putting it on a shelf and just looking at it on a shelf and going, I'm a human being that is capable of feeling a lot of stuff. I wasn't quite at the go me stage. But there was just something so powerful, and I don't even know how to explain it. But there was something so powerful at being able to unpack it so that I didn't have to embrace it. I didn't have, once I finally recognized what was there, I didn't have to accept it as truth. I didn't have to embrace it as, oh, this is me. Excuse me. I could just look at it and go, wow, I'm a human being that's feeling stuff. Do I want that to be my truth? No. So I let it go. Was I ready to do anything else at that moment? No, because it was 11 o'clock at night. I was very tired and I'd been carrying around a lot of emotions. But once I realized that I didn't have to make it define me, it wasn't so heavy. So if you were in a season of life where a lot of things feel like they're out of your control and a lot of emotions are hitting you, I would invite you to unpack it, to start processing what's there, to pull it apart, put it on a place on a shelf, and just to look at it. Just see what's there and realize that that is not a, this is me, Alison Fabricius Gardner, and this, every one of these emotions I've ever felt defines me. No. These are emotions that happen because you interacted with another human being and stuff came up. So just see what stuff came up. See if there's places where you can forgive yourself, love yourself, or just let it be. When I was seeing the word just left me. I was talking to someone. It's not a consultant and it wasn't a therapist. Oh, that one thing. When I was talking to someone, the advice that he gave me was to learn how to let things be. I don't have to define them. I don't have to quantify them. I can just experience stuff and see what it is. And so I would invite you to take the time to do the same thing. Don't bury it. Don't hide it. Don't try and pretend it doesn't exist. Just unpack it and see what's there so that you can realize it doesn't have to define you. That you don't have to do anything with it. It's just a moment you felt, and now you can let it go. Thank you for joining me. It has been a pleasure for me to process this and me to figure out what to do with it. And I hope that if you've had similar experiences or if you have questions that you will drop a comment down below. And please share this. Please subscribe to the channel. I do this because I want to raise awareness. I want to help people understand that they're not alone, that we are all human beings who feel. We are human feelings. We feel stuff. And that it doesn't define us. It doesn't make us bad. It just makes us mortal. That's the definition of being mortal. We feel stuff and stuff happens. So please, if this has rung true with you, please share, please like and subscribe. And let's start talking about the struggle and about what we're becoming because of it. In that day, I didn't feel like I'd become anything. But today, I feel like I understand myself a little bit better. And that's pretty powerful. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.